Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Nurses deserve respect beyond Nurse Week. As Nurse Week begins on May 5th, Public Health Minister the Honorable Richinel Burke is calling for greater respect and support for nurses across St. Maarten. The minister says nurses play a vital role in healthcare, not only by providing medical care, but also by offering comfort, compassion, and reassurance to patients and families during some of life's most difficult moments. He also pointed out that the personal sacrifices nurses make every day, including long shifts, overnight duties, missed family time, and the emotional pressure that comes with caring for others. Special recognition was given to nurses within the Ministry of VSR, who the minister says continue to serve with professionalism despite ongoing challenges. Brooke is urging the public to show appreciation not only during Nurses Week, but every day through patience, kindness, and respect. He says supporting nurses also means recognizing their mental health, workload, and the essential role they play in keeping the community cared for. Transport permit deadline set for May 8th. Public transportation permit holders are being reminded that the final extended deadline to submit confirmation letters is this Friday, May 8th, 2026. Economic Affairs Minister the Honorable Grisha Heidegger Martin is urging all permit holders to complete the process without delay. The online registration portal will remain open until 11:59 p.m. on the deadline date, and all previously announced requirements remain in effect. The ministry says no further general extension is expected. Late submissions will be handled under the new permit review framework and referred to the upcoming Public Transportation Committee once it becomes operational. This could mean additional administrative steps and longer processing times. Permit holders who do not comply may also face administrative enforcement, including a review of their permit status, especially where road tax obligations remain unresolved. At this time, 48 confirmation letters and stickers are still pending collection. These include taxis, buses, car rental operators, touring car companies, and unregulated transport operators. Permit holders are urged to collect their documents at the Section Transport Office between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. or contact the Transport Control Unit for technical assistance. CPS offers COVID vaccines this Friday. The Collective Prevention Services, or CPS, is reminding the public that COVID vaccines will be available by appointment only this Friday, May 8th. The clinic will be held at the CPS offices in the Vineyard Building Office Park in Phillipsburg from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Vaccines are available for persons 12 years and older. CPS says supply is limited, so anyone interested must call or email ahead to make an appointment. Appointments can be made by calling 914 option 4 or 542-1570. Persons may also email vaccination@stmartengov.org. The COVID booster is free of charge and voluntary. Persons with an appointment are asked to bring their vaccination card and a valid form of identification. CPS says while the peak of the pandemic has passed, COVID-19 has not disappeared, and routine prevention remains important for public safety.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK featured story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync it to the world, now streaming everywhere. Radjouki says SCDF board asked him to resign. Former St. Maarten Carnival Development Foundation President Eduardo Radjouki says he did not resign willingly, but stepped down after the SCDF board asked him to do so. Speaking on the Breakfast Lounge with Lady Grace, Radjouki said the decision followed his outburst during the Labor Day lighted parade, where he used expletive language on a microphone after he says similar language was directed at him first. Radjouki apologized to the people of St. Martin, saying his reaction came after repeated efforts to close gaps between troops along the parade route. He said he was facing pressure from authorities about the parade flow, while also being confronted by revelers and persons along the road. He believes the government pressure influenced the board's decision, saying calls from government officials created pressure on SCDF leadership. Radjouki said he accepts responsibility for his actions, but believes the full situation should be understood. He added that Carnival remains close to his heart, and although this was his final year as president, he is still willing to assist if needed. The 2027 Carnival dates have already been released from the SCDF, so save the date, April 15th to May 4th, 2027. Local Rotary clubs recognized at district conference. Rotary clubs from St. Martin, Saint-Martin, and Anguilla are being recognized for their continued service and community impact. The recognition came during the Rotary District 7020 conference held in Kingston, Jamaica from April 27th to May 2nd. Several clubs from the territory receive awards for their work under Rotary's mission of service above self. The Rotary Club of Anguilla and the Rotary Club of Saint-Martin Sunrise each received a Youth Service Award and a certificate of recognition. The Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset received both the Excellence Award and the Partnership Award. The Rotary Club of St. Martin Mid-Isle and the Rotary Club of St. Martin also received certificates of recognition. Assistant Governor Alicia Lay congratulated all clubs across the territory, saying their leadership, service, and commitment have made St. Martin, Saint-Martin, and Anguilla proud. Rotary has been active in the area since 1972 and continues to support youth development, community service, and regional partnerships. St. Martin graduates praised ahead of local exams. Member of Parliament Veronica Webster Jansen is congratulating 3 young women from St. Martin who have achieved major academic milestones abroad. Tristine Gibbs Peterson earned her master's degree in psychology from Florida A&M University, while Aliyah Nia Daflar earned her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Florida State University. Timoy Simon also earned her Bachelor of Science degree in accounting, graduating magna cum laude after beginning her studies abroad at just 17 years old. The MP says their achievements are moments of pride for St. Martin and examples of what focus, discipline, and determination can produce. She is also encouraging young professionals studying abroad to consider returning home and using their skills to help build the country. At the same time, Webster Jansen wished success to the students sitting FBE and final exams on May 5th. She urged students to stay calm, trust their preparation, and keep pushing forward, while reminding parents, teachers, and guardians to continue supporting them during this important period.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe,
the right to learn and get an education,
the right to speak up and be heard,
the right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Martin is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities make us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
In our regional report, Caribbean homes targeted for climate retrofits. Caribbean governments are moving toward a regional strategy to retrofit existing homes against stronger hurricanes, flooding, sea level rise, and other climate hazards. The initiative was announced in Trinidad and Tobago and is expected to involve more than 15 Caribbean nations. The Inter-American Development Bank and the Caribbean Development Bank are partnering with regional governments to develop a joint housing resilience investment program. The plan includes home improvement grants, concessional loans, technical assistance, skills training for workers and homeowners, support for insurance, and stronger housing authorities. The strategy comes as housing remains one of the most vulnerable parts of Caribbean societies during disasters. Storms, flooding, and coastal erosion continue to place families, property, and national economies at risk. The IDB will also collect data on housing types and resilience gaps across participating countries. That information will help shape a regional manual for safer home retrofits. Officials say the goal is to pool resources, reduce costs, and protect millions of Caribbean households by making homes stronger before the next major disaster, strikes.
Welcome back. Each day, we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
St. Maarten Carnival 2026 was never going to just be another carnival. This was the 55th anniversary, a milestone year, and from the moment the schedule was extended, the message was clear. Carnival 55 was designed to be bigger, longer, and more ambitious than usual. The official season opened on April 10th with the opening of Carnival Village and closed on May 5th with the final last lap concert, giving the country 26 consecutive days of events, concerts, pageants, parades, food, and non-stop cultural activity. And that matters because Carnival in St. Maarten is no longer just a festival, it's a cultural economy. It supports booth holders, musicians, bands, DJs, costume designers, promoters, taxi drivers, hotels, restaurants, security workers, media houses, and countless small businesses that depend on the season to generate income. Every night in the Carnival Village, every parade on the road, and every concert on the stage becomes part of a larger economic cycle. This year, that cycle was especially visible. The official Carnival platform promoted a packed schedule with 79 food booths, full event listings, parade information, and digital updates to sxmcarnival.life, showing how the festival has moved beyond posters and word of mouth into a more organized digital experience. But Carnival 55 also showed the complexity of managing a festival at this scale. There were the big cultural highs: pageants, calypso, Road March Energy, the Junior Parade, the Grand Carnival Parade, the first Labor Day Lighter Parade, and the traditional closing event. Major concerts included One Love Reggae Concert, the Caribbean Flag Fest, Noche Latina, Night of the Hitmakers, Bacchanal Sunday, the DJ Takeover, and the closing Last Lap Concert, which replaced the Jump Up that was canceled. These are not small productions. They require coordination, security, traffic planning, sponsorship, vendor management, artist logistics, and crowd control. And as the festival grows, the expectations grow with it. That is where Carnival 55 became more than a celebration. It became a test of whether St. Maarten can manage the scale of its own cultural success. Because with bigger crowds come bigger responsibilities. Public safety becomes more important, alcohol management becomes more important, traffic flow becomes extremely important. Communication becomes more important, and when incidents happen, whether on the road or in the village or on social media, they spread quickly and can shape perception faster than the full truth can catch up. Still, the broader picture of Carnival 55 is one of endurance. For more than 5 decades, Carnival has remained one of St. Maarten's strongest expressions of identity. It brings together food, music, costume, satire, competition, nightlife, and national pride to one concentrated season. And unlike many events that serve only visitors, Carnival remains deeply local. It is built by St. Maarteners, carried by St. Maarteners, and still belongs emotionally to the people. That is its power. But it is also why the discussion around Carnival must continue after closing. If Carnival is one of the country's most important cultural and economic assets, then it needs serious long-term planning. It needs transparent systems. It needs investment in young talent. It needs better infrastructure. It needs strong partnerships between organizations like SCDF, government, private sponsors, booth holders, promoters, police, health officials, and the wider public. Because Carnival cannot be treated like a temporary party when it functions like a national industry. The real success of Carnival 55 will not only be measured by how many people attended, how many concerts sold, or how loud the village got. It will be measured by what St. Maarten learns from it. How do we protect the culture while growing the business? How do we keep the village safe without damaging its spirit? How do we support local talent while attracting international acts? And how do we ensure that economic benefits reach more than just a few hands? Carnival 55 reminded the island of something important. St. Maarten still has the energy, still has the culture, still has the crowd, still has the ability to pull people together. But the next chapter will require more than vibes. It will require structure. Because if Carnival is truly the beating heart of St. Maarten's cultural calendar, then protecting it is not just SCDF's responsibility. It's a national responsibility.
And that's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Maarten.